Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Learning Made Free, where I take you through various skills needed for business analyst and product manager roles in an easy to understand way. These skills not only come handy when you are on the job, but may also help you crack your next interview. A very commonly asked question in interviews is around guesstimates, where you are asked to make an estimate for a business problem. And the question that we will take up for today's video is, estimate the number of refrigerators in India. Happy learning! The first thing to remember is, if you are answering any of the product manager or business analyst questions, is to ask clarifying questions. And if you are making any assumptions, to validate those assumptions with the interviewer. Just remember, when you are validating your assumptions, the interviewer is not judging on the values that you have put in your assumptions, but it is always about how you approach the problem. In this interview, I'll quote certain examples on these questions and assumptions, and these are only indicative. One of the questions can be, the refrigerators that we are talking about, are those domestic or commercial in nature? Can we assume that we are talking about the domestic refrigerators? Can we use the demand side approach rather than the supply side? When we say demand side, from the consumer side rather than from the manufacturing side. Assumptions could look like, can we assume the population of India around 200 crores? Can we assume the number of households around 50 crores, assuming average 4 members per family? Can we assume that the average refrigerator life is around 10 years? Can we assume the economic growth rate of India is around 5% year on year? Can we also assume that every household has just one refrigerator on an average? Now, when we have clarified our questions, made assumptions, and validated our assumptions, the next thing to do would be dive into the solution. So we said that the population of India is around 200 crores. The number of households around 50 crores, assuming 4 members per family. The next step would be to classify the cities or the locations in India on the basis of population. Here on screen we have done 3 classifications: Tier 1 cities, assuming 25% population, Tier 2 cities, assuming 20% population, and villages, the rest 55% population. The next classification, or the sub-classification, could be the income classification. In Tier 1 cities, poor 20%, middle class 60%, rich 20%. Tier 2, poor 40%, middle class 50%, rich 10%. And villages, poor 98%, middle class 0%, and rich 2%. Remember, as I told you earlier, these numbers, you can choose your own numbers. So you can make any assumption around the numbers. The only thing is, you should have the right approach to solve the problem. Next step would be to see the market penetration. So we have done the population classification, the income classification, but what is the market penetration? Talking about Tier 1 cities, poor 0%, middle class 50% of the people own refrigerators, and rich 100% own the refrigerators. Tier 2 cities, middle class 40% own the refrigerators, and rich 100%. Villages, poor 0%, middle class already we said 0%, and rich 100%. The next logical step would be to calculate the total number of refrigerators. And the total number of refrigerators would be the sum of the penetration in the market into the number of households. So what you have to do here is to sum up the number of refrigerators in Tier 1 plus the number of refrigerators in Tier 2 plus the number of refrigerators in villages. If you see one calculation here, we said 25% population is in Tier 1 cities, there are 20% poor, and 0% of those own the refrigerators. So 25 into 20 into 0. Next would be middle class. Again, 25 into 60 into 50. Then for the rich class, 25, 20 into 100. If you see the outside the brackets, it is number of households as 50 crores. So the total value that comes here is around 9.8 crores. So the total number of refrigerators in those 50 crores households in India is 9.8 crores. As we said, the average life for a refrigerator is around 10 years. So calculating replacements with total number of refrigerators divided by 10, so average 98 lakhs of refrigerators need to be replaced every year. Market growth, we said the economy is growing at the rate of 5% year on year. So 5% of total refrigerators, that means 49 lakhs of refrigerators getting added into the market every year. So calculating the total number of refrigerators that would be sold per year in India would be replacements per market growth, which is coming around 1.47 crores. So that is the end of the solution. I hope you liked today's video, and if you liked the video, do like, share and subscribe, and do drop a message if you want me to make a video on any of the product manager or business analyst skills, and I shall be glad to make it for you. Thank you. Bye bye.